everything. Oh my god, I got 6 points. I love her little smirk and eyebrow raise here. Okay, let's see. What do we want to do? What can I do to make her even stronger now that we're in this DLC? Should I focus on like... You couldn't get your gear back? No. Oh, that's so tragic. That's tragic. Honestly, I lost my gear, kind of like my armor set, because I was wearing DLC armor and they took it away when I spawned in this. So I'm now wearing like low gain armor, and it's probably much worse than my old stuff. You use Origin as your launcher? I guess I'm running this game through Steam. Peachy! Hello! Yeah, low gain. Exactly. We got the low gain outfit going on here. So I feel like I'm gonna buff my constitution, which I know people tell me is useless, but... My dexterity and strength are so high already. I spent... Wait, this is F? Hello, F! I mean, F's alter ego. It's okay, F. You didn't have to blow your cover here. You could have had this undercover experience. Dex is a good stat. Yeah, Dex strength only? Why strength only? I'm a Dex-based dual-wielding warrior. But how are you, F? How is life? How is Master? Oh my god! You're having this weather too, right? This ice storm, snowstorm. I'll be peachy for a bit. Okay. That's okay. That's good. That works. We know who you are. Dual wielder is better with strength. Okay, we'll do more strength points then. I do want to increase my con a little bit because I am very, very squishy, so I'm not going to take back my con points, but... Oh, I could specialize? How do you unlock these? I forget. I'm going to wait on my specialization. Hi, Peachy. Yeah, I've been having a little bit of ISP frame drops occasionally this stream, and I think it's related to the ice. We got I don't know how much snow we ended up getting. I guess I'll see by the morning, but we got a lot of ice, like freezing rain, ice storm stuff going on. This requires 40 dexterity. Oh my god, maybe I do have to increase my dex. Uh-oh. Rip. Oh, you gotta get the Awakening books at a vendor. Don't let me forget that, because I definitely would forget that. And I don't mind spoilers. I don't mind spoilers and suggestions in this playthrough in particular, because like I've played Dragon Age before. It was just many, many years ago. Yeah, I see. I'm hoping things will be online tomorrow for the university, but I don't have a lot of faith. Okay, so right now we're going to keep it on dex so I can get this ability right here. Find Vitals, which is a passive, which is pretty cool. I love the passive abilities. The character is a force of nature when wielding 2 weapons. I love the dual-wielding warrior. I don't know. I will die on this hill. I love the dual-wielding warrior build. Additional bleeding damage. Nice. It's so cool. I don't know. It's like, I want to be Drist. I want to be Drist O'Erden, okay? Dumat's Spine. Ooh. Dumat's Spine is a pretty good weapon, I guess. My inventory's full. No. No. No, 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 no. This can't be happening. It's too soon. I guess I gotta talk to... Who's our trader here? Well, we'll...
What?
Freezing rain here too.
Need something
Yeah,
pummeled?
dual wield
Just
is
say
so
the
fun.
word.
I can't get over this low gain armor we have on. Yeah, the freezing rain.
Mistress
Stay
Wolsey
safe.
says I can set up shop here. The merchant you saved was
Oh,
grateful
she's
to
so
be alive.
cute.
Restocked me for a bargain. The savings are yours, of course. You need anything, Commander?
Let me see your wares. I love my Grey Warden so much. I'm so attached. Okay, first of all, let's buy all of the health poultices. Inventory full. Oh my god. I'm so good at this. I totally remembered that. We are not gonna need a Darkspawn shortbow. We are... Do we even have any archers right now? No, because we don't have... Well, we're not gonna need that. We don't have Nathaniel yet. I have to go to bed, but I want to watch stream. No! The feeling I should be sleeping. I definitely should be sleeping too. Have a good rest though, Beck. Take care of yourself. It's more important. Baker N7! Yeah, the storm. So you're... Oh no. It's another nasty storm cycle for you. Stay safe. Yeah, it's... I'm just like, I don't even want to go across town. So, okay, wait. I need to focus here. Let's go through our companions. I'm forgetting that we have companions now. So his does 6 damage. So his staff, these are worse. Okay, cool. Anders, you're good. Oh my god, Anders. Those are the same. +1. I hate doing the inventory management, but it has to be done. Ogren. Honestly, right now it's not too bad because we only have a few people in our party. It's so weird. It gave me like all of the stuff I had in my... I had a glitch that made Anders disappear. Wait, was he just... So, did you get him back or was he just not in your game? Oh no, that's so tragic. Snakes, hello! How are you? You didn't realize he was supposed to be... You're like, oh, well, that's strange. We got introduced to him and then he just was gone. I hope he's here. Now I'm paranoid. He's got to be here because he's in my menu, right? Ogren. Oh my god, I have so much armor. I get so overwhelmed by these menus. Do we have a chest that we can store stuff in? I forget. Bollywood watch party! That's so cool. I am doing so. We had a lot of laughs. We just had a long chat session. And had a lot of good laughs. So I'm doing well. And now we get to play my favorite game. So what are you using for a weapon? Does he have the equipment that I left him with in the main game still? Yeah, it does. I've only seen a little bit of, like, a very small shred of Bollywood stuff. But that sounds like such a good idea. Okay, so we're leaving him with his stuff, I guess. I should probably just check my character because I don't know what this armor is that they gave me. I'm wearing a helmet called Corruption. That's really nice. We love to see that. I have a +4 armor. Okay, Wade's stuff isn't as good as it should be, I feel like. Where's my main armor? Oh, it's Grey Warden plate armor. Wait, is Logan wearing Grey Warden plate armor? Or is it just that all plate armor looks the same and he's just wearing generic plate armor and that's why it looks that way? Okay, well, it looks like I can sell pretty much everything because the stuff I have on is just better. And that seems to be universal here. Wait a minute. Can I use... Why do I have a Warden's longsword equipped instead of... Huh? Oh. Can I equip 2 longswords? I forget. All the armor looks the same. Yeah, I think that's just it. Yeah, wear their armor and wipe them out. Would we put it past Logan? I can use 2. Why have I not been using... I think someone brought this up last stream. I didn't even think about using the 2 long... Scale on strength. Dagger scales on 50-50 strength. Ooh, that's good to know. Crackers and tea. What kind of tea? And what kind of crackers? I should have bought some crackers. Went grocery shopping. We'll try 2 long swords and see how that goes. But I definitely don't need these other things. So I think I have a better idea now of what we should sell. And then we can go into the...
You need anything, Commander?
Yes, I do. So we don't need that. I'm gonna hold on to that one. We don't need that. Don't need that. I'm gonna hold on to that, even though I'm pretty sure Nathaniel will have a better bow. I'm just gonna get rid of the fire arrows. And the ice bolts. Honestly, I never remember to assign those to people. We decided Anders has a better staff. Your new mic sounds great. Thank you. I'm really happy with it. Like sometimes I don't know a lot about audio stuff, so sometimes I'm still like, maybe it sounds horrible and I just don't know. But it's really cool. I don't know. I like the software that comes with it, and I experimented with doing some mic filters and stuff. They wouldn't let the armory go to waste. So he just wears the Grey Warden. He's like, I know we hate the Grey Wardens, but we don't want to waste their stuff, so we're just gonna wear it. I'm not gonna keep these arrows either. Tap the end of it to mute it. Yeah. I like that too. It's very nice because then I used to have it hotkeyed, I guess. I have a stream deck, but I haven't set that up yet, which is very bad of me, but it takes a... maybe I'll save that helmet. I'm kind of still intimidated by the stream deck, / I haven't just committed to taking the time to set it up. So I know you can put like a mute button on there, but pound out their emblem. Wait, I've never heard of that tea. Logan only lets his king go to waste. Oh man. Logan has such a tragic story, which I know isn't... It's not justification for... I'm going to sell Wade's stuff. Or, you know what? Maybe I'll hold on to. I don't know. Should I hold on to? I'm like, maybe I can put... You met Thane? Oh, what do you think of Thane? Oh, I'm so... I know it's probably very early on, but that's so good. Daniel. I love bringing up the Logain discussion is great because people are very divided. Ancient elven armor. Ooh, I want to see. I just want to hold on to all of this, but I can't. I just can't do it. We're gonna have to save something to put Nathaniel in, but I don't remember what he like comes with. So you know what? We're just gonna have to. I need room in my inventory. We're gonna have to just get rid of stuff. And I don't know what his stats are gonna be. Oh well. Imposter
yes,
Peachy.
We've been expecting you.
Is this Peachy in the chat now? Giuseppe, thank you for the follow. Welcome into the Pillow Fort. How are you? I love his vibe already. I'm excited to talk to him more. Yeah, I have a Thane pillow, but I can't really say more without spoilers. But I really like Thane. I liked so many. Mass Effect 2 is great for characters. You found the logout button. Sure you did. Yeah, he did have a lot of, yep. Yeah. It's his Logain's history, I don't know. It's interesting. It's not a justification for like what he ends up doing, but it does complicate the character. So I'm going to try to hold on to some of this stuff for... I'm going to sell that. I don't think we'll be able to use that. We freed up some inventory slots. But... oh my god, I have so much of this stuff that I never use. Can I sell all of my gems now? Private documents? No. Because I remember I was collecting my gems before for like the... what are they called? Like our ally chests for the fight against the archdemon. You let the Mabari fight him. Yeah, I know. Eamon is a party pooper. Yeah. I let Alistair kill Logain too. His king wasn't Orlesian. Yeah, that's true. Most world leaders in the series. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, there are some things I really like about Logain, which one thing is that I personally like about him is that it's like a wonder that he's like the classic story of like he's not noble born. I don't think I need these gems anymore, so we're gonna sell them. He was just like a farmer, and he ends up, you know, getting very far. Not that there's anything wrong with being a farmer in the first place. But when you see a lot of these nobles, like it's been that family line for years and blah, blah, blah. The son of the father of, the Theron line. But with Logain, it was just like, he was just a farmer. Yeah, I'm just getting rid of my gems. Hopefully that's okay. I have some gifts. I don't know. I'm just gonna sell some of these saws. Mild lure. The heck? What is that? That's weird. I never use any of this stuff. I don't know how difficult awakening is gonna be for me. So maybe I should hold on to some of this. But anyway, now we can afford to purchase more health poultices. We don't have Zevran anymore, so we don't have anyone to use up all of our healing supplies and die anyway, but I am gonna buy some injury kits and things when we're out adventuring. I might as well just get them all now. Okay. Have a good Baker N7. Please be safe. Please, please, please be as safe as you can be. And thank you for saying hello to us. Well, we will see you later this weekend. And F, have a good sleep. I mean, Peachy Imposter. Have a good sleep. Thank you also for hanging out with us. And stay safe in the ice. Oh, we're deep into the whole the whole Logain debate. Weren't there talks of Kaylin and Celine marrying? There were apparently letters between them about a potential alliance. So yes. Is F Peachy? No. F was on Peachy's account before. So it was kind of a thing. When F first came into the chat, it said Peachy. So clearly we know that F is, you know, an imposter here. I'm gonna hold on to Dumat's spine because I love Dumat. We need a Dumat command. Okay, so now I think we're finally ready. I have this really ugly helmet on. This creeps me out. Do I have a better one? I know we're not to the point of like Inquisition armor customization right now, but maybe let's see how this one looks. Nah, my current one's definitely way better. I'm just gonna have to keep it on. We'll have to forsake the fashion right now. Oh. Why is there an armor stand here? I don't know what that's for.
I shall do it.
Cool. We're gonna take this stuff. Armor designs and origins. Oh my god, I love the mage hats. Yeah, honestly, I love this game, so the designs even give me that nostalgia, but Hit and Ryan, welcome in. How are you? But yeah, there's a whole conspiracy, right, about Kaylin and Celine. So we do have Anders, that's good. Okay, so we'll talk to everyone real quick if they have something to say, and then we'll figure out our quest.
The Tower of Magi has sent me as an ambassador, Commander. In addition to my diplomatic function, I'm a competent enchanter and runesmith. Is there anything you need?
Fiona vibes. I never actually did a lot of armor customization in Inquisition either, but I've been watching some other people play through it, and I'm like, maybe I could fashion souls. Wait, is it really? Maybe I could customize my stuff more by the time we get to Inquisition and get some fashion going on in the party. Oh, enchanting.
Of course.
Nice. I could enchant my... Okay, I kind of probably want to wait on this, actually.
Should we get a move on?
Should we get to move on? Yes, Cullen Anders, we will. Okay, so all of you people have exclamation points above your head. Let's just do a refresher. Basically, all we did was come in here, see that they were being overtaken by Darkspawn. There's a talking Darkspawn. This is the rundown for anyone that missed last week, which was the start of this. There was a talking Darkspawn, and everyone was like, what? Darkspawn can talk? And then we saw Anders, and he kind of went along with us. We saw Ogren, our old friend, and we had this other girl with us helping to defend the fort. And then we put them all through the joining. And some of you may die. Anders and Ogren survived, so. DAO fashion is mods. Yeah, Mark, I never got into doing modding, but I've seen people do really, really gorgeous mod work in this game. The mage hats. Oh my god. Yeah, serious business, the fashion. You went to Blighttown. Blighttown? Where's Howe? We don't have Howe yet. Kalen ignoring a lot of what... Yeah, Kalen definitely had his flaws too. So we need to speak to these...
Marek!
There we go. That's for CM. We need to speak to the captain. We need to speak to the seneschal. We need to speak to Woolsey. So we're just kind of meeting everyone here.
Warden Commander, a pleasure to meet you. I'm Mistress Woolsey, sent by order of the First Warden at Whitehart. I'm to act as treasurer of the Arling of Amaranthine. He believed local men could not be trusted for this post.
One of those local men is right here.
And we have Zaid.
Mistress Woolsey.
I have every confidence in the Vigil's loyalty in the matter of arms. But gold corrupts even the most resolute soul.
You're from Weishaupt? I'm so intrigued about Weishaupt. Do you think we'll ever get to go?
Not Weishaupt itself. I'm from many places. I go where the wardens command. Sir, the Arling is on the brink of economic collapse. Trade must flow. Merchant caravans are being systematically attacked somewhere along the Pilgrim's Path. It is the only route that can reliably provision an army, feed a city, and maintain civilization.
Okay, this is giving me anxiety just to listen to. Slogging through poison and giant mosquitoes. Wait, huh? Where? Florida? Oh, Ogren. I don't know everything about Dragon Age. I know quite a bit. Oh, in Blighttown. Okay. I mean, it sounds like it fits. Oh yeah, that's true, Mark. I feel the same way. Like when I play so many older games and I love them dearly too. But when I see like a newer game, I'm like, oh my God. The animation, the landscape, the people, like it's ridiculous how good it's gotten.
It is the road here from Denerim. You can see why it would be important. In the city of Amaranthine, there is a trader, Mervis, whose caravans have been hit particularly hard. He may know where along the road the Darkspawn, or whatever they are striking.
Not Mervis. Go back to KOTOR 1 if you want to. I'm planning to play KOTOR at some point. So it will be. It will be. Everyone wants me to play KOTOR, and I'm finally trying to get into Star Wars, so... Yeah. Varric would die from the joining. Oh, yeah, I agree. Have you ever been to Weishaupt?
No. It is far to the north. The fortress is said to be impregnable. It still has the areas where the griffins of old would breed. But their like will never be seen again.
The griffins! We need to go to Weishaupt and get the griffins. Please. The fandom has one request. Why does the first warden care about Amaranthine?
About the Arling? He does not. But about the implications? A great deal. When Warden Commander Dryden was cast out of Ferelden generations ago, it created a dangerous precedent.
Sophia Dryden.
Her true story, and that of the Warden's exile, is one you yourself uncovered at Soldier's Peak, at great personal risk. We are now presented with another precedent.
Thank you.
Wardens owning lands and commanding fealty from lesser nobles. If your Arling succeeds, it will be an example to other kingdoms that wardens are important, blight or no.
Oh, man. I know the wardens have issues, but man, I am so sold. I'm so sold on them. The prequel that has Griffin. I know we want Griffins. Honestly, if it was a prequel, Varric would never take the joining. No, Varric would not. I don't think Varric would willingly take the joining. The last flight to your list. Yeah, you're right, CM. I do need to. Maybe at some point, when I hit like a Wolfgar book, I'll take a break and read that. But I'm excited because like I feel like I can keep up this pace with reading, and that makes me so excited. I haven't played Fallout yet either. How did you handle the story at the peak? Do you mean like the end of this game? Or what do you mean? The first warden sent only a treasurer. Want to take the joining? I need more wardens.
The Fereldans are a proud people. They are proud of you especially. Had the first warden sent foreign fighters, it would have caused great distrust amongst the locals.
I am queen.
Barrel was specifically chosen as seneschal because he commands great respect here.
Oh yeah, and y'all, this is my warden, Cousland. She's Queen of Ferelden. She's married to Alistair. Daniel, have a good day. Thank you for hanging out. Soldier's Peak. Oh. How did you handle the story at Soldier's Peak? Oh! I thought you meant like the peak of the story. Well, I'm trying to think back because I originally played this game like 6 years ago or something, and it was a replay this time, so it wasn't like shocking to me. But honestly, I'm willing to forgive a lot with the Grey Wardens. Like I got so attached that even when I was like, when I learned about their demon blood magic stuff, I'm like, but I love you. We did some swooping. Married to Alistair, how do you survive? Man, I wish I was married to Alistair. Alistair's married to her, precisely. That's how it went.
Well,
we
Commander.
proposed. We proposed. Okay, so that's the treasurer. Let's...
Commander,
This is Sir Garavel, the new captain of the guard.
Oh no.
I have a matter to bring to your attention.
Captain of the Guard is always a classic character. So, like, lawful and dutiful.
Potentially urgent. The Orlesians, wardens, I mean, began gathering information while they were here. The most promising lead they found was a wild tale a couple of hunters told.
Since when is a hunting tale a lead? We gotta sass him.
I can explain. These hunters, Colbert and, well, the other one, claim to have stumbled across an entrance to the
He
deep
didn't
roads.
remember his name.
Darkspawn all over the place, they said. And this was before the fiends appeared throughout the whole Arling. The wardens were just about to send someone to track down Colbert.
And the other one. Why is the old guy so loud? I don't... Wait, is the game too loud? I know the dude's armor looked like it got spray painted. You're right. It looks like it's like a sunset spray paint. Where's Colbert?
Colbert and his friend are in the city of Amaranthine. Probably amongst the refugees outside the city gate. Commander.
Commander. Is that it?
Commander.
How'd you know about the Darkspawn attack?
My predecessor, Captain Rullans, and much of the senior staff were inside the keep proper at the time. How they met their fates is unknown. All we know is Darkspawn swarmed the keep.
Where did they come from?
I talked with the dwarf Voldric earlier. It's his belief, and I concur, that they came from the keep itself. The deep cellars go very deep indeed. Voldrick suspects the Darkspawn found a hidden route into the keep.
Isn't there like a thing too that Logain was like supposedly digging at Ostagar? How deep is it? I thought there was like a conspiracy that Logain was having his men dig down beneath the tower at Ostagar because he was like hoping to let the Darkspawn in. I don't know if that's true or not. The Darkspawn leader talked. I heard him.
That is disturbing, Commander. But all throughout the lands we've heard rumors. Tales of new Darkspawn. Terrifying ones.
I find this
forged out of
so
nightmare
fascinating.
And shadow. Something grave is afoot.
I find it so fascinating. A lot of elven theories in Dragon Age. I know you started Inquisition again, so Logain was possessed by a demon. Everything he does is backwards, destroys Ferelden. Oh my god. Did CM come up with that theory? If there's any truth to Logain's men digging, he's probably hoping Orlais Grey Warden showed up. There's so much. Yeah. Yeah, I agree, CM. If you keep Logain, you can take him back to Ostagar with you. I'm trying to remember if I did that in my original side playthrough. And I don't remember if I kept that mission.
Barely any, truth be told, and none of the wardens. But there are many soldiers still out patrolling the roads between here and Amaranthine. We can recover from this.
Well, he's got optimism.
Good day, Commander.
Okay, Varel. I mean Zaid. Zairel.
To business then. Orlais sent a dozen wardens to the vigil to await your arrival. Nearly all died in the attack, but Kristoff is still in the field.
Kristoff. I like how they're just throwing names of random dudes at me. Why was Kristoff in the field?
The Orlesian wardens were uneasy that the Darkspawn weren't going to ground with the Blight ended. Kristoff was sent to track down some leads. A fortnight ago, he left in a bustle. As best we figure, he went to the city, Amaranthine.
Oh my god, she's so pretty. Why aren't the Darkspawn returning to the Deep Roads?
Wiser men than I have worried over that. One of the wardens said the Archdemon's strength gave the Horde some semblance of purpose. If they found some other purpose...
Oh my god, she's so pretty. Okay, back. I'll try to remember. Silverite Mine, save before you go in. Yeah. I don't want to get that bug and have a naked party. This isn't Witcher. We wear clothes in this game. How will I find him?
Only so many places travelers
Where
visit.
should I go
I check the inns and
first?
taverns.
The inns and taverns. He's just chilling. Did Kristoff reveal anything of what he found?
You did, but not to me. The wardens keep their own counsel.
Anything else?
That's the only thing that needs immediate attention. Do you want something else, Commander?
What does a seneschal do?
As much as you like, sir. Generally, the keep's seneschal takes care of day-to-day matters. If anything important arises, I'll alert you.
Can I get a back massage? What can you tell me about Vigil's Keep?
We call her the Vigil. She's been around for a long spell. They say the Alamari barbarians first built a fort here to stop Tevinter incursions from the lowlands of the Waking Sea. They say that the castle is built on a mountain of bones.
Oof.
Much death here.
Oh yeah. There's gonna be more death before this is over. Dorito! Logan does work with Aldred. Oh, that's a good point. I'd probably try as a Eater. Oh no. Comes back to haunt me even in Dragon Age.
As you wish, sir. The Orlesian wardens were uneasy that the Darkspawn weren't going to ground with the Blight ended. Christophe was sent to track down some leads. A fortnight ago, he left in a bustle. As best we figured, he went to the city, Amaranth.
I heard this. Bustle this, bustle that. Okay, so now let's figure out what do we want to do first out of these things. Oh no. We are obviously looking at all of these leads. Is there an order I should do these in, do y'all think? I don't remember if it matters. So we could go after the merchant caravans being attacked. Mervis. We could go to the cave full of darkspawn. We have to go to the city of Amaranthine anyway. Oh god, what did we have? Mervis? What kind of troll is it today? Or we could go Christophe. Either way, we're going to the city. Yeah, we should probably just go to Amaranthine. Christophe the red-nosed reindeer. Well, we'll just equip... We'll just equip... I was trying to double-click it. The righteous path first.
It is begun.
Oh, I do have a storage chest. Nice. I think we just have a ring in there called Silver Cog. Well, I'm just going to store some of this Wade armor and stuff in here in case it's useful for... in case it's useful for... Nathaniel when we get him.
Very well.
Hey, look at our party! I love the companions in this. Ogren. You got to Valana. Oh, what do you think of Valana? You're the best, Mel. Not funny, just the best. Oh, shoot! How can I be the best if I'm not funny, though? Oh, Fahrenheit, have a good sleep. Good luck. Good luck with whatever you're doing tomorrow. She seems cool, a little bit mean. Yeah, she's got a little bit of those Morrigan vibes, but she has, like, reasons. She has reasons, for sure. That's so sweet, though. You're the best. Occasionally, you guys are nice to me. Occasionally, I'm not just bullied.
Commander of the Grey. Right. A
That
while
scared
back,
me.
they caught a thief in the vigil. Took 4 wardens to capture him. Gave one of the wardens a black eye, he did. Half joking, they said he might make a good recruit.
Dude, he's gonna make an excellent recruit. So many people wish you could romance Nathaniel Howe. Do we have any of those people with us today? Be the best Mel and not funny, if no other Mel is funny. Ah, so we have to get rid of all the funny Mels. So many people are into how... Yeah, I see it all over the Dragon Age fandom. And I, like... I don't really have, like, a crush on him, but I was like... I liked him. But I was wondering if we have anyone in chat who was like, man, I wish I could have romanced him. Where is this thief?
He's in the dungeon, sir. I also have some letters. Arrived just before you did.
Who is it? Show them.
Just give me a moment.
Wait, why did she sound so pained when she said that? A daughter ransom, commander of the Grey. Oh, side quests? I'm Sir Edgar Bensley, a faithful vessel. Eileen has been kidnapped by Mosley the Snake's vile lot of miscreants. He can't afford to pay 30 sovereigns. The ransom is delivered to the abandoned chantry by Forlorn Cove. I swear by my faith in Andraste, I will repay you. Sure. Most honored commander. Ever since my husband passed, I've been looking for my family and the hired hands, looking after my family. Darkspawn getting worse. Oh, they've got a Templar checking in on them. Oof. How is Howe doing? I love making John. Have a good rest. Thank you for hanging out. Nathaniel's the best companion. Him and a certain dwarf. Oh, are you ready for that? Okay, sure. We'll accept their pleas for help. I guess we have to be a little bit heroic here. Oh my gosh, there's so much to explore. Let's go down to the dungeon first. Hello, cell guard.
Ah, Commander. Good thing you're here. This one's been locked up 3 nights now. Good men died while this one was protected in his cell.
Oh my god, I love her side profile too. So, you guys, I'm so obsessed with my warden. Who is he?
He won't give his name. All I know is he was caught poking around the estate in the middle of the night. I'd say he was just a thief. But it took 4 Grey Wardens to capture him. You best be careful. Whoever he is, he's no ordinary burglar, that's for sure.
It's not Bilbo Baggins, that's for sure. Leave me alone to talk with him.
As you wish, Commander. I'll tell the Seneschal you came. He'll want to know what you decide to do with this man.
Okay, goodbye, guard captain. He's rotting. Oh no. Hello.
If it isn't the great hero,
we've got
conqueror
beef
of the blight and vanquisher of all evil. Aren't you supposed to be 10 feet tall with lightning bolts shooting out of your eyes?
I can do that, actually. I love these no Regis. I love. Oh my god, Regis kills me. I love that I'm playing. Yeah, we got some serious beef. We got the Cousland here and the Howe here. Oh, this is gonna be so fun because this stuff is like, yes, I've played this before, but it's still pretty fresh to me, a lot of it. Especially down to like the level of the conversation. Hi, your dad murdered my dad, so I murdered your dad. I like his voice. I forgot exactly what he sounded like. All Howes must die. Oh no. His dad is so bad though. Like Rendon Howe is the worst. The absolute worst. Worse than Corypheus, if you ask me. I see my reputation precedes me.
It does. I know you best as the one who murdered my father. I am Nathaniel Howe.
You can't possibly
My family owned these lands until you
like
showed
your
up.
father.
Do you even remember my father?
Excuse me? Do you even remember my father? Dude, that's so rude. That name, Dumat. Howe killed my family. He deserved everything he got, so you came here for revenge. Is that it? Your father brought this end on himself? Ah, so you're the Arl's son. Now it makes sense. Ooh, how do we want to play this? Yeah, I like option number 1 too. I agree back. It's a backstory acknowledging.
Your family was going to sell us out to the Orlesians.
I like how we're just having this debate. And Ogren and Anders are just chilling in the back. I suppose your father told you that? We fought for the king. Your father was too ambitious. You can't possibly justify his treachery. Learn his father's dead and home. Yeah. Wait, is the story about Nathaniel Is there a book about Nathaniel's backstory? Or do you just learn it from him talking about it? I forget if it's like written somewhere else. What do I want to say here? I suppose your father told you that.
How could he? A Grey Warden stole into his estate and slaughtered him before I could even talk to him. I came here. I thought I was going to try to kill you, to lay a trap for you.
But I'm so
then
beautiful.
I realized I just wanted to reclaim some of my family's things. It's all I have left.
Oh my god, I'm so sad. Same with comic books. Okay. Why did I feel like there was like a Nathaniel short story? I think you just learn so much about these characters in such a like short period of time that it makes you have like a vivid imagination of their backstory. I don't know. You tried to have me killed. Just how much do you know about your father? Your family has belongings still here? I'm sorry, what happened was unfortunate. That's a good... Oh my god, I love his guest appearance in DA2. I love it.
Unfortunate? Yes, I guess it was unfortunate for everyone, wasn't it? Look, I don't know what happened with the Couslands.
Dude, they slaughtered my whole family.
The entire war was. Whatever my father did, however, shouldn't harm my whole family. The Howes are pariahs now. Those of us left. It's all thanks to you. And now you get to decide my fate. Ha! Ironic, isn't it?
How old is Howe here? How old is he? The Xbox was glitched. No! You need to redo it, CM, at some point. It's a cute little thing. I'm sure you've probably watched it on YouTube or something, but... I understand we have trouble capturing you. Your family only has itself to blame. Do you really hate me so much? I think I can select multiple answers here. He's only 20? Is he really? Is he like the same age as me? Because I know like Alistair's like 20. The Warden's like 20. I don't know if Nathaniel's like slightly older or... Except for Wynn, who's 27. Hey! I'm 26. Am I going to look like Wynn in a year? If my hair goes white, you know, I'm embracing it. I guess I wouldn't even know since I've been dyeing it red now. He's like 30. Oh, I thought he was older. But I'm not sure. I understand we had trouble capturing you.
I'm not without skills. My time abroad wasn't spent chasing skirts and drinking wine.
See? His time abroad. What are those skills?
Hunting, scouting, poisons. Why? What do you care?
Because I don't have Zevran anymore. I don't have Zevran anymore. Zevran also lied about his resume, though. What will you do if I let you go?
If you let me go, I don't know. I only came back to Ferelden a month ago. If you let me go, I'll probably come back here. You might not catch me next time.
Dude, he's such a troublemaker. You're not making the best case for yourself. Bro.
I could lie, if you prefer.
Nah, I like honesty. Do you really hate me so much?
The Darkspawn are a menace. If it weren't for the Blight, maybe my father would never have...
He had torture chambers.
But I can't do anything about them, can I? There's just you and the Grey Wardens here in my home.
He had torture chambers, though. Perhaps you should work to redeem your name.
You're right. I'll go join King Alistair's service immediately. He'd be certain to give a Howe another chance.
I made him a warden. That is exactly what you should do. Wait, dude, I feel I'm sad. If people actually like execute him, I'm sad. I'm not gonna say your family only has itself to blame. I get that that's a dialogue option, but I feel like my warden could see that he's like obviously hurt and traumatized and has lost as much as I have.
Already? Good.
I brought the seneschal for you, Commander.
I see you've spoken to our guest. Quite the handful, isn't he? Have you decided what's to be
He's
done
so
with him?
sassy. Did you know his name was Nathaniel Howe?
A Howe? It figures that they would turn up again. The Howes are implacable enemies, Commander.
I invoke the right of conscription. Hang him, he's too dangerous. Give him to his family's things and let him go. Release him, I want him gone. Wait a minute. Okay, wait. Just to clarify, if you say give him his family's things and let him go, he comes back, right? Because he's like, I want a sense of purpose. I want to be a Grey Warden. You let him go, so yes. But if you say release him, I want him gone, does he come back then? Probably not. I love the companions. They really get to shine. I know. I agree. I think they do a really good job like condensing all of the character building that happens over the course of like the main game. And even Ogren, who is from like the previous cast, he gets to grow a lot more. Okay, we'll let him go. I think last time I might have just conscripted him. I think I conscripted him right away, but I don't remember. We'll let him go. Are you sure he comes back? I'm pretty sure he comes back, yeah, and asks to be a Grey Warden. I'm going to trust Morgan on this because I know that she's played this that way.
You're doing what?
Commander, I must object. You want to let a thief keep what he stole?
He's not his father. Let him go. Oh my god, the character growth for the warden too. Yes, CM? Yes. These things belong to him. At worst, he was trespassing. You aren't making him a warden? Okay, so if you let him go here... Morgan, can you confirm this? If you let him go here, he comes back willingly asking to be made a warden. So he will be anyway, but that way you're not conscripting him. I'm pretty sure he does, as if I'd allow Mel to go through this playthrough without my favorite character. So yeah, I'm relying on Morgan's advice with this. But Morgan, do you remember did I do this the first time I played through? Or did I just conscript him? But yeah, because I have this vague memory of like him coming back, but I don't know if that was just because you told me about it. Do we have proof from chat? Yes, we do. If it doesn't happen, we'll blame it on Morgan. That's our proof. He's not his father, let him go. Because it's a really cool character moment. I just conscripted him the first time. Okay, so we're doing something different this time, which is kind of cool. But it's really cool. Conscript people unwillingly. Duncan. We love Duncan. Oh my god, CM, I saw a beautiful artwork of Duncan on Twitter. I should have shared it. into Discord. Okay, let him go. He's not his father. I think you get to see a cool kind of moment of character growth. Not drink you back. Let him go.
Yes, Commander.
Yeah.
You heard the verdict. Come with me so you can collect your things.
He's very... See, it's...
I hope you know what you're doing, Commander.
It has an impression on him, which is kind of cool because he... Oh, I have a specialization point. I don't know what to use. Oh, I have some skill points too. He was armed. I don't know. I want to save some of the points because I don't know how I want to specialize some of these people yet. Lyrium inscription? Oh no. 2 of my Dragon Age boyfriends disapprove with that one. But I think it's cool that he can come back, right? Because, like... It's like he sees you have this forgiveness or like this letting him go, and that kind of shocks him out of his like revenge kick. And it forces him to kind of think about it more, and then he's thinking about his life purpose, and it's so relatable because then he comes back, he's like, I guess I do want to be a Grey Warden, and that's what I want.
I don't mean to alarm you, Commander, but it's possible there are still Darkspawn in the Vigil.
Darkspawn? The captain didn't mention that.
Let me explain. You know Dworkin? That mad dwarf's bombs shook the whole keep. Some of the deep cellars caved in.
Dworkin.
I suspect that there are pockets of Darkspawn below, trapped. In time, they may dig their way out.
I'm good at killing Darkspawn, but not at digging.
We have men who can unearth the rubble at your command. Whenever you're ready, I can take you to the
Men
basement.
at my command to dig for me? This is the life. I think not right now.
Of course.
I'm not gonna do that one right now. I'd rather go...
You're quite the dirty little dwarf, aren't you?
You're quite the dirty little mage.
I do my best. Still, I'm no ale-swilling mountain of belches like you.
And I'm no winking, slack-jawed coward like you.
True, we should form a club.
Oh my god! Awakening Anders.
Did we have to come all this way? It's
I
cold
forgot.
here. Very cold.
It's not that cold. The wardens have been some of our best customers, and they need us.
I miss my shop. This place is
I
so
forgot
damp,
that they
it
come
offends
here.
my sensibilities.
Andraste preserve me. Ah, Warden Commander.
Yes!
I represent Master Wade, the finest...
And bloody coldest. I can't feel my fingers.
finest armorer in Denerim. we thought that you might have need of an armorer.
I remember you. I just put your armor in the chest in there. Yeah, Anders only kind of depressed. Oh, it's so... I do like the voice change for Anders, though. In between Awakening and... I don't like him with the Cullen voice. This isn't Denerim.
You don't have to tell me.
This is a temporary relocation. The Darkspawn are most active around Amaranthine. We thought we could help.
And I suppose the money the Crown paid us had nothing to do with it?
Shh!
Alistair? My men will need armor.
Providing arms and armor for common soldiers. Oh, the indignity. If we are going to be so dreadfully plebeian, I don't suppose Amaranthine has any proper metal. Silverite? Viridium? Or are we back to bronze weapons, stone clubs?
Wade has a point. He's happiest and fastest when presented with a challenge. If you come across any deposits of ore, let us know.
Nice.
Come back soon.
I forgot how many people we have to talk to.
Commander, so this is human construction, is it? My brother said you'd need a stonemason, but he didn't know the half of it.
You don't like their voices? I love their voices. Man, we're being roasted for human construction now. Can you fix it?
The Darkspawn did a number on this keep of
builder.
yours, but I suspect it was crumbling well before they showed up.
Wait, does
Your
anyone else remember
seneschal
Bob the
gave me some
Builder?
fancy decree promising men and monies to fix the vigil, but it's a paltry sum. I suppose it would be sufficient to reconstruct the walls to human standards, but who'd want that?
I might regret this. What would it take to rebuild it right? Whatever would we poor humans do without dwarves? I enjoy their banter. Yeah, their banter's so good. Bob the Builder, can we fix it?
Oh, I expect you'd manage.
That was sarcasm.
You humans and your sodding humor.
Oh my god. What would it take to rebuild it right?
I'm not certain of the character of the stone in these parts, but we'd need more men for certain. Proper skilled men, not some starving dusters, right? Which all boils down to coin, really.
Go on, really. I can spare 80 sovereigns. Oh, wow. That is a chunk.
It will be, Warden. Good luck to anyone who tries to breach these walls. Ha!
Nice, we'll need that. We'll need that. How much money do I have? 105 left. Well, that's manageable for now until they need me to give more of that. I don't know the Dwarven Noble path, so I can't speak to that myself. Wait, what does the private want?
Seneschal Verrill is ready for you in the throne room, Commander. Your vassals await.
Huh?
Just give me a moment.
Why does she sound so pained when she says that? Okay, cool. Oh, we got more side quests. Yes. Okay, cool. The nobles are waiting to swear fealty to you. Cringe. Cringe. I've heard the Dwarven noble origin is really good. Oh my god, this is the best. This is the best part. Oh my god, I'm so starved for pet affection that electronic cat meow just went straight to my heart. Take the cat. Yes, Warden. Okay, wait, I forget. Do we go into the... How do we... Oh, kitten! There we go, there we go, there we go.
Oh, look at the cute little kitty. There was a mouser in the tower named Mr. Wiggums. Only company I had when the Templars locked me up. Miss that beast a lot sometimes. But I can't keep a cat. We fight Darkspawn for a living.
Don't let your dreams be dreams. Dude, the Grey Wardens need to loosen up a little bit. I would need full plate armor to pick them up. Oh no. Oh no. I always wanted to pick up wildcats too. When I was a kid, we had wild stray cats that would come by our house, like out in the woods. Why is the Warden's armor purring? Grey Wardens purr when they're happy. What do you want to do with him then?
I'm not sure. Seems cruel to just leave him. Well, I'll keep him just for a while, until I find somewhere
Oh my god!
Is that okay with you, Kitty? I'll call you Sir Pounce-a-lot. You can stay in my pack. Just for a little while, yes?
Plus 15. Anders approves. Anders and the cats really make me have a soft spot for him. Shoot, we don't have a rogue. Nathaniel better be able to open chests, unlike Zevran.
It is begun.
I want to do some killing. But we gotta go to Amaranthine first. Check out the city. It took us that long just to get out. Oh, so these are some of the side quests. We'll go to Amaranthine. I know, get him another cat. Why couldn't he have another cat? Honestly. Okay. It feels kind of cool playing games standing up.
Ah, it's the Warden Commander. The rumors about you did not overstate it. I have a business proposal. Look for me by the house near the gates. I
He sounds
promise
like
it
a
will be
Fable.
worthwhile.
He sounds like a shady Fable NPC. He's called a shady character! Okay, let's do a quick save before we get into any shady business here. Now that we're in the big city.
We're in the city. Where's the tavern?
See?
Looking for some company, honey pie. I'm always available for riveting conversations with fine women.
This is like creeps that come into Twitch chat. My husband is the king and I'm the queen, so I like how you could just be like, "Are you Colbert?" Bro. I'm a Grey Warden. I'm looking for Darkspawn. I love that answer. I'll rivet you to the floor if you call me that again. Ooh, that's spicy. I'm gonna say I'm looking for Darkspawn. I'm a Grey Warden because I think it's funny and also I love that cow mooing in the background. It's exactly like our moo command. That's true, Emperor.
Oh, I can play along with that. And have I got the Darkspawn for you? A teeming mass of dark.
I think she's serious.
You...
What?
Probably heard about the Darkspawn, huh? I can't take all
What?
the credit for finding the rift, you know. Mika here fell in first.
Dude, his bro was like, nah, you need to... He's like trying to go into some Darkspawn kind of role play. Should have threatened him, yeah. I feel like he would have liked that. I feel like he might have liked that, though. You don't seem happy about your find.
Would have been more useful to find gold deposits.
Oh, will you stop your belly aching?
His elf
Well, it's
ears
quite a
look-
ways out of town. We were tracking a buck off in that direction,
Did
you
they
see,
make the elf ears
before
bigger?
this Darkspawn mess. We'd been on his tail for about a week at that point. I'd wager he thought it was great fun leading us on a merry chase as he did.
And the chasm?
Oh, the chasm, yes. We saw it coming over our eyes. It was really something to behold. A huge cleft, as though the Maker himself had cracked the earth in two, like an egg.
I like eggs.
It looked like someone had tried to build over it, but it must have been abandoned a long time ago. No one in town knew about it.
What happened then?
Well, of course, we had to investigate. That was when Mika fell in. A shriek like you wouldn't believe, and he was gone.
Earth crumbled, not stable.
Right. And as Mika lay there yelling about his knee or his head or what have you, the darkspawn appeared.
Looks like you survived.
We got lucky. They seemed occupied, like they had someplace really important they had to be. Didn't notice us at all, thank the Maker.
The Darkspawn was so occupied as to overlook 2 screaming injured men. Boggles the mind.
I marked the chasm on my map so we could avoid it, but sounds like you want to know where it is, so here you go. So
we could avoid it.
Are you getting anything for our trouble?
Should I pay them? I'll give them some silvers, I guess.
Thanks. This'll get me good and drunk at the inn. Take my mind off the trouble out there.
Okay. Cool.
They can't do this to us.
Those smugglers are bastards for taking advantage of the chaos.
That's probably what the guy wants me to do, smuggle the shady character.
Yes, excuse me, but I need to search your packs for smuggled goods.
What the heck? I'm the queen. Jessex, thank you for the follow. I think I'm gonna try to sit down now. How you doing, Jessex? My legs are tired. I need to get into sleepy mode. Okay. Transitioning the pillow fort. Uh-oh. One of my lights blinked out and came back. Nice to meet you. Welcome in. Do you like some Dragon Age? I don't know why my light blinked out. I might want to check the plug on that one. Ah, this feels nice. See, now I appreciate the sitting. Usually I'm just... Oh yeah, BioWare is great. BioWare is great. We've just played through Mass Effect for the first time. What else? We're playing Dragon Age again. Everyone's trying to convince me to play KOTOR. I love Dragon Age though. It took me a while to expand beyond Dragon Age, however. I'm the warden commander of Vigil's Keep.
But I have to. Constable's orders. We've been having trouble with smugglers and...
What are you doing, man? Are you accusing the commander of the Grey of smuggling?
But you said everyone...
You are dismissed.
What are you doing, man? This is...
I apologize. Smugglers and thieves have all but taken over the city.
I like how they also aren't mentioning that I'm queen, but I think they should probably still hold me to the same standards, right? I mean, how much... What if I was smuggling for that guy out there? I've killed men for lesser offenses. Nah, if that were true, I would have killed the guy outside. Is there anything I can do?
We could certainly use your help in this. Come speak to me later if you're interested.
Ooh. Was that a flirt?
Ah, Warden Commander.
Oh.
I take it you've decided to help
sure.
us.
Just passing through. What exactly is happening?
With trade slowed to a crawl, smugglers have moved in, selling stolen goods at exorbitant prices. If we could shut down their operation and seize their supplies, we could distribute it to the needy.
Oh, it feels so cozy to sit now, you guys. I like the standing, sitting transition. How do I find the smugglers?
There is a smuggler doing business in the market. He probably knows where the hideout
Probably
is.
that guy I just
We haven't been able
talked
to get anything from him, but maybe you can.
Suspicious character. Yes.
Greetings. Could I interest
Alistair
you in,
with a beard.
My lad said they saw you talking to the... You'll learn not to
Guys.
stick your nose where it don't belong.
Oh wow, he's onto me. Hired goon number 1, 2, and 3. Can we take them? But that guy literally just looks like Alistair with a beard.
I shall do it.
Dude, wait.
Bought a piece of Andraste's shin bone in the Amaranthine market.
This is the part I like.
Andraste's shin bone.
A valiant effort, but not good enough.
Hired goon leader. It's kind of curious. I feel like they didn't have to attack us there. Like, they could have just denied any involvement. But instead he was like, I saw you talking to the god. Very curious.
Any luck with the smugglers?
Oh. Wait. That wasn't all the smugglers? Is there more? Uh-oh. Or are those other random criminals I just killed? Mervis, finally! We should probably also look around the rest of the city.
Warden Commander! Thank the Maker you're finally here.
The classic
I was afraid
peasant
our
outfit.
messages never got through to you.
Having trouble with your caravans?
Yes. To put it lightly, our caravans are being attacked. The wagons are burnt to ashes, and there have been no survivors. It's gotten worse lately. People from the neighbouring villages have found guards torn limb from limb and left in the village square.
Limb from limb. You suspect Darkspawn?
We don't know for sure. Communication has been difficult with the attacks, but people in the area said they saw monsters lurking in the shadows. Whatever it is, it's completely crippled trade between Amaranthine and Denerim. No one wants to travel the road through the Wending Wood. Can the Grey Wardens help at all?
Grey Wardens can do anything. Lexicon, welcome in with your war cry. How are you doing today? I like how you can say, I'll look into it if I find the time. That's like the typical teacher response.
Others start making excuses when they hear how brutal the killings have been. The Grey Wardens are our last hope.
He sounds like Logain's voice actor doing a different kind of voice to me, and I don't know why. Maybe it is. I'll investigate it immediately.
Oh, Maker, bless you and watch over you. If you can stop the killings, the Merchants Guild will make a hefty donation to your organization. You have my promise.
You have my promise. I made a promise, Mr. Frodo. A promise. Okay, let's see who else is in the city for us to talk to. Kendrick.
Greetings, Warden Commander. You're the sort who delights in helping the common man, yes? May I direct you to the Merchants Guild's board?
Oh no. I don't have time for that.
Folk here often need goods from far-flung parts. They post the requests here. There is good coin in this.
I might
particularly with trade
legitimately
halted by the trouble on the roads.
not have time for this.
If you ever feel inclined, please take a look at the jobs available.
Merchant's good. In desperate need. Or I'm in desperate search for lost Orlesian silks. I mean, sure. We'll just accept these in case I happen to find these things. Ancient statues. Oh, Alistair would like statues. Missing sword. Sten relates. Antivan poison. Nathaniel. What are your skills, Nathaniel? Poison. Oh, it's more smugglers. Hired goons. I love how they call them goons. Why would I hire a goon? Oh no. I hope Anders can handle that guy. He's doing great. He's got Sir Pounce a lot.
Excuse me while I do my happy dance.
Oh my god, I love Dragon Age games.
Very well.
So there's things we can't open. This is just so much my comfort. I feel like Thursday streams are just like my comfort streams in general. I mean, I know we're playing like the comfort game series that I've played before, but I also just feel like it's just a cozier catching up with chat and then...
That's a strange place to store a pitchfork.
Oh, pitchfork into a tree. Yeah, that's something. Oh! Oh, there's more goons?
People talk about me stinking up the joint.
What are you on about now?
Cat piss. It makes me want to vomit.
Oh no!
Watch out! Get off!
Cat piss.
I shall do it. It is begun.
Hired goon leader.
Let us do it quickly!
Turns herself into a brood mother. I've seen little fan arts where Morrigan in that scene turns herself into a spider. And Alistair's like, what? Ogren's happy dance? Me too. Ogren deserves to be happy.
Oi, about time you showed up.
Nemea, you're still here.
I keep my promises.
Oh.
Here. Turns out you were right. The cache is here in Amaranthine.
It is? You found it?
I did. What you do with that information is up to you. I, for one, am done dealing with mages.
Wait, I forgot about
Word
this.
of advice. Don't let him sweet-talk you. He's very good at that.
I guess I
Oh.
should thank you.
Damned right you should.
Oh,
You get caught,
no.
Anders, I'm not helping you again. That's all I'm saying.
Anders! Too bad Hawk wasn't here to hear that.
I suppose that requires some explanation.
Explain, young man. Don't let him sweet talk you. He's good at that. Not at all. Don't be silly. Friend of yours, I take it?
Do I detect a note of jealousy? Nemea is a friend. Last time I escaped from the
I was
tower,
not
I asked
flirting,
her to look
but-
into some things. That's why I was in Amaranthine. The Templars thought I'd come to take a ship, but it was to meet her.
Wait, he's kind of ripped. Anders is kind of buff. He's got like his veins popping here. He's got these biceps. To find a cache.
During the Blight, the Templars moved their store of phylacteries to Amaranthine for safety. My phylactery is among them, Nemea learned. So long as the Templars have that sample of my blood, they can find me. I need to destroy it.
You put up with a lot for little reward. Anders. They shouldn't be allowed to control you.
I know we're busy killing Darkspawn and all, but the sooner we find this vial, the better I'll feel. Well, this is more pleasant than sitting in a Templar cell.
Yeah, I bet. Dude, he gets away with so much. He gets away with so much. Brave Ethos, thank you for hanging out. Thank you for being here, and sleep well. I'm starting to get a
You're
little
going
bit
beyond
sleepy.
the call of duty, Warden Commander. We're grateful.
But not quite yet. We had such a good chat and everything today. I'm so grateful for all of you. It cheered me up a lot. I hope you know. I was kind of sad today. So it was a good day for the comfort stream and comfort game.
I got a sore on my foot from working the fields. Want to see? It's bleeding and there's pus and everything.
No!
No! Ugh.
Something I can do for you, friend?
Any news around these parts? The question that you ask the innkeep, you know. Did a Grey Warden... Yeah, a game full of bloodshed, comforting, and Darkspawn blood, you know?
And who are you supposed to be that's asking?
His mom? I'm Melanie, also a Grey Warden.
Oh, welcome, my lady. Haven't seen that fellow Christoph for almost a week now. Not sure where he went. His room's paid up to the end of the month. I guess he expected he'd be here a while.
Oh no. Did you ever speak to Christoph?
Not much. He chatted up Sorsha a bit when she brought him his dinner. Maybe talked to her.
Ooh.
Of course. Here you go.
Yeah, give me that key.
It's the last room at the end of the hall. If he comes back and gets upset, however, it's on your head.
Yeah. I also thought about that too, Emperor. When I first played, I was like, man, I wish Alistair could be in this group. Of course, I always want Alistair.
We should rise up. Huh? Rise up and take back power. Back from all
Rise up,
those
take
nosy
power
guards
back.
who watch us with their eyes.
Sure.
I'll do it. You just watch. Once I get another ale.
Oh no.
Who do you think would win in a fight? Andraste or the Archdemon?
The Archdemon.
But Andraste could call on the Maker.
That would be cheating. Are you calling Andraste a dirty cheater?
Is that cheating?
She cheated on her husband, didn't she?
Oh my god. I can't handle these guys.
Something I can do for you, friend.
I'm gonna ask him for general rumors.
Just Darkspawn raids outside the city. Everyone's keeping close to Amaranthine.
Okay.
Right. Best watch yourself out
Let's
there.
go check out the bros' room then. But I would also... I've thought a lot about what would be like my ideal trio of Dragon Age companions. And I feel like I've often thought about Alistair and like Anders in a party together, and I don't know how that would go. I mean, obviously they have very conflicting views on certain things, but if only Jarlaxle could be a companion, please, please. I don't know if he could ever be a companion, even if he was in, like, properly in a game, though. Because I feel like he would have to be, like, an NPC that's, like, part of the story. But I don't know. I feel like it would be...
Wet your whistle, stranger.
He would be, like, too strong to have as a companion member. He could be, like, an ally, but... you can flirt with this girl. Yeah, maybe later, say in private, you and I. I understand you spoke to Christoph?
We chatted a bit. He was a friendly sort for a Grey Warden. Spent most of his nights here drinking.
Bad reputation.
Wasn't ever loud or too forward. Haven't seen him for maybe a week now.
He must have tipped well. Playing as the Warden, Hawk, Inquisitor. Oh, that would be so cool. I love our player characters. Did you ever talk about what he's doing?
Said he was tracking some Darkspawn, one particular group that's been raiding outside the city. He told me they were acting strange, those Darkspawn. Acting obvious, like they wanted to be caught or something. I expect he caught them. Probably why he hasn't been back, right?
Yeah, probably. Or they caught him. John, hello! The game is going well. We've been doing a lot of talking to people and exploring the city and the keep and things like that. We haven't done any killing, which is a little bit of a letdown. Thanks for the answers.
My pleasure. Send him my best when you see him.
I'm not gonna pry into their personal life, because it sounds like they had a thing, but... Exploring, exploring. Is that a hatch? Player kills every ally? No, I haven't seen that. But I've heard a lot of people... Oh, they have a nice privacy tapestry here. I've heard a lot of people say that in their first playthrough, if they weren't like following a guide, like they ended up...
It shall be done.
They ended up missing or killing a lot of people that could have been companions. Kristoff's mementos. Uh-oh. Maybe I should talk to her about how close they were. Because I have a feeling we're gonna have to give her those mementos. This is my... So I played the whole series. Yeah, Awakening right now. I only played it through once too. I played the series like 6 years ago. So I have played it before, but there's like a lot of stuff I don't remember. Probably similarly to you thinking about it.
Ah, yes. We've been expecting you.
I'm Satrocious. Thank you for the follow. How are you? Welcome into the Pillow Fort. Oh, I like the plants in here. Honestly, oh, look at all those pillows. We are of the same kind. Of course, I think this room is for certain other purposes. Okay, I'm gonna ask this lady actually.
Looking to wet your whistle, stranger.
Kristoff.
We chatted a bit. He
blah,
spent
blah.
most of his nights here drinking. Wasn't ever loud or too forward.
Just
Haven't seen him for maybe a week now.
Friendly were you two?
We chatted, like I said. He's married, as I recall.
Okay.
No.
Maybe they didn't have a
He took a
thing.
lot of notes while he drank. Always writing things down. Maybe there's something in his room. My pleasure. Send him my best when you see him.
Cool. Oh my gosh, we suddenly got all of these. We used to only have one section in here. We got all of these other plot sections tonight. There's a lot of stuff I don't remember except the ending because I couldn't beat the final boss. It gets hard. I'm a little bit worried. I'm like hoping it won't be too difficult for us. But yeah, there's a lot I don't remember either. Like, I remember the companions. I remember some of the quest stuff and some of the enemies, but a lot of the like details of the dialogue and what happens, I don't remember. Okay. So we searched his room, but we didn't find anything except for... What did we find? Kristoff mementos. Box of mementos that once belonged to Kristoff. That's all we found, isn't it? I guess we don't have the skill to open this chest. Because I don't have a rogue right now. I don't think I'm supposed to gift that to anyone right now. Maybe we come back. I'm not really sure. Let's keep looking around. Collect our other quests from people in the city. Very steep. Had to convince. Oh, Emperor! That's so devious. You accidentally hooked up with Zevran. But you wanted to romance Liliana and she got upset, so you... Oh my god.
It's begun.
That's hilarious.
Shall be done. Back.
Yeah, go fight the mage, Ogren. Anders, I'll show you why mages are feared. Cast healing.
I shall
revives a party member.
It shall be done.
How many of these goon leaders are there? How did they... Also, how are there so many mages in on this plot? Is that it, or are there more?
Any luck with the smugglers?
Oh my god, there's more. I think, okay, with Zevran, I can understand, because from what I've heard about Zevran's romance, like, he's like, oh, I mean, you can kind of tell, but also I feel like you could possibly misinterpret, because he's all like, oh, let me give you a massage, right? Isn't that how it goes? Win!
Oh, it is so good to see you, my friend. I contemplated visiting you at Vigil's Keep, but things got busy.
You found griffins? You're still alive, wonder of wonders. Too busy to pay me a visit.
I'm afraid so. The circle had to be rebuilt, for one. And I believe you, too, have had your hands full, yes? I'd offer to help, but I'm afraid my presence is required elsewhere.
I mean, look at me. I definitely had my hands full with these two. Where?
The College of the Magi is convening in Cumberland, and I must attend. Hopefully, all this will blow over before it's begun. But you have enough on your mind as it is. I shan't trouble you with this further.
Indulge me.
Very well. Then perhaps you should know that something stirs within the fraternities. The Libertarians wish to pull away entirely from the Chantry.
Uh-oh,
and if
Anders.
they get enough support...
Pull away entirely? That's madness. I hate Chantry oversight as much as the next mage, but they can't just decide to leave. This is a recipe for disaster.
Wait. Excuse me. Excuse me. Is this Anders I'm talking to? They can't pull away from the Chantry? What disaster. He gets so much more radical. It's like right now, Anders is... We have matching earrings, by the way, Anders. He's like very much about his own journey toward freedom. But then it all changes with justice. It's about time the mages freed themselves.
The mages will never be free. The Chantry would never allow it. Our only hope for survival is to show them we can be trusted. Don't you remember what happened to the Circle in Ferelden? Do you want to give the Templars another excuse to call for the culling of all mages? This change cannot be forced.
Why do you insist on living under the Chantry's yoke? Oh, I'm being very confrontational about this. But Wynn is so like I get like it's true. I get the point she's making. But it also seems like very I'm just gonna keep the peace. It will never come.
This discussion will get us nowhere. Now, I have a great many preparations to make before I leave for Navarra. But perhaps there is something you can do for me. One of my colleagues,
she's
Ines,
pissed at me now,
has spent the last few months in the Wending Wood. The Circle has been unable to reach her, given the trouble in the area. If you happen to find yourself in the wood on your travels, perhaps you could tell her about the meeting of the college.
What's she doing in the Wending Wood?
Oh, who knows, rooting around in the dirt for some obscure plant or other, most likely. She has a keen interest in gardening. Oh, I'm sorry. I meant botany. Hobbies and eccentricities aside, Ines is a well-respected mage and a voice of reason. Something we could use on our side. The hour is late and I must go. It was wonderful to see you again. Take care, my friend.
Oh. She definitely disapproved, though. Good thing she's not my party member anymore. Because she is pissed. Why did I just pick up a potted plant? Templar seeks samples of wood from the ancient Sylvans. Sure. I don't really know what the Sylvans are. Is this just the trees that attack? Dorian is Dorian is great. I don't know who my favorite mage is. Wait, that's a good question. Oh, it's definitely Morrigan. Never mind. Wait, this is a good question though. Who is everyone's favorite mage? I feel like mage companions are always controversial. But everyone does seem to love Dorian. So maybe everyone's gonna say Dorian. Yeah, Morgan, I know you love Dorian. Yeah, I feel like Dorian's like everyone loves Dorian. Like Dorian's not as, I mean, Tevinter is definitely problematic and Dorian is from Tevinter, and from that he does have some of those problematic things, but like he's still, I think, best mage by a long shot. I love Morrigan, my Inquisitor. I'm gonna need you to send one of our finest wines to Win. I've set her, yeah, legit. Alistair's like, what did you say? I said mage rights. Preying on the weak. Cruel thugs. Oh no, sure. Nope, I'm not gonna help you with mages. I'm like very anti-Templar, even though I romance them. I'm just... You need 5 injury kits? Well, shoot, I'm gonna need those to save the world. Weak and submissive. Dorian and Morrigan. You could kind of have them in a party in Inquisition. I don't know. I love Morrigan. I think I like...
Don't touch me! Don't!
Are you okay?
The Darkspawn was supposed to go away when the Archdemon died. In Amaranthine, it's worse than before.
Okay. Oh, a knitted scarf. I'm gonna have to remember who all these gifts are for.
Maker's blessings to you, sir.
I get bad vibes from the Chantry.
I shall do it.
I'm just not. It's not the vibe. How far the series has fallen since. Blackfire. I know a lot of people that feel that way. Origins is my favorite Dragon Age game too.
It's not like Karam to be gone
But
this long.
honestly, I
I'm sure
enjoyed
would find
all
him at
of
the
them.
inn. Follow the example of Andraste and reflect upon the chant of light. Your friends and neighbors would do well to heed this lesson and join us in prayer.
I love Sarah. Oh, I like Sarah too. I think I like some of the characters that people don't tend to like.
It is begun.
Like I do like Anders. Honestly, I do. I have so many favorite characters though, like Alistair, Morrigan, Zevran, Nathaniel, Anders, Fenris. I almost wasn't gonna put Fenris on the list, but like I romanced him. I love so many. Nothing topped Origins. Yeah, I feel that way too. I'm like obsessed with this game. But I can see why people like the different Dragon Age games for different things. I like Dragon Age 2 also. Natalia, you're still awake? Who else do I like? I mean, I like Ogren as character growth. I love... There's so many, honestly. There are many that I like, but I'm not like... That I like I have a warm disposition toward. But they aren't like my favorites, if that makes sense. Like... I like Dorian, but he's not like one of my super favorites. But I also didn't use Dorian that much in my first playthrough.
Remember that you are an example to your lessers.
Oh, stop.
Listen to the chant of light every week.
She said to your lessers? Oh my god, I hate it. I hate it here. You're an example to your lessers. We were almost able to have a chastened origin in this game. That would have been really cool.
I shall do it.
Whoa, did I just walk through the door? There was like no loading screen there. That's wild. Natalie is like, of course I'm still up. I'm reading my Jalaxel books.
Very well.
Okay, there's nothing up here. I'm assuming this will be important at some point. I think we talked to everyone in the city.
It is begun.
We did kind of go everywhere, but... Hopefully that was all of the... What were they called? They weren't called thugs. They were called goons. Running on the battlements. Yeah. Oh, every time I say wild. That's wild. Did I talk to the weaponsmith guy over here? Okay, you just want to sell me
I think
stuff.
that's where the phylacteries are. It's probably guarded.
Whoa, what is? Huh? This? Abandoned warehouse? Oh, shoot. Anders is trying to get us into some stuff already. Okay. I think we're probably gonna stop here